Today's skill is identifying the elements of a story. We've been on it about 3 weeks, so you see my storyboard this time is not filled out because I want to see if you can fill it out without the prompts. Our I can statement is I can identify and explain the elements of a story. The S is for setting. Setting means when or where a story takes place. Does it take place in a house? Does it take place outside? Does it take place at the park? T is for talking characters. Any character that's talking is a character in the story. O is for oops, the problem of the story. What a character cannot have, what he needs, but he can't get. It's the problem. R is for resolution. Now, all stories don't have a resolution. Resolution is the attempts to try to fix the problem. So it may or may not have an R. The Y is for yes, it's fixed. The problem is fixed, and that's called solution. So today's story is The Smallest Girl in the Smallest Grade, and it's written by Justin Roberts and illustrated by Christian Robinson. She was the smallest girl in the smallest grade. To the abandoned kite with the tangled string, to the 27 keys on her janitor's ring, to the leaves as they turn green to gold in the fall, to the time Tommy Torino was tripped in the hall. She watched as the wildflowers tipped toward the light and heard the howl of a hound dog late one night. She was there when the stray cat who normally fought conducted a meeting in the church parking lot. She saw Kevin McQuinn get pushed off a slide and the oncoming tears that he wanted to hide. And she'll never forget what the parent-teacher day when Billy's much larger father suddenly dragged him away. But through all the mean words and all the cold stares, no one even noticed that Sally was there, and they certainly didn't know, or at least didn't mention, that Sally was paying super extra special attention. She'd seen how a whisper could make someone cower, like a bulldozer crushing through fields of wildflowers, and it kept piling up, this discarded debris, those beautiful kites tangled in trees. So on February 3rd at 11:29, Sally stepped straight out of the lunchroom line. She said, I'm tired of seeing this terrible stuff. Stop hurting each other. This is enough. Now, a few laughed out loud or didn't care that there was some girl with her hand in the air. But then something super extra special happened that day as Howard O. Henry suddenly set down his tray. Like waves rolling in one after another, first Molly rose up, then Michael's twin brother. It was Tyrone and Terrence, then Amanda and Paul, who pushed out their chairs and stretched their arms tall. From the friendly lunch lady with the dishes she carted, to that new grade teacher who had only recently started, yes, everyone was there. Even Principal Claire had joined little Sally with their fingers in the air. And though hound dogs were destined to howl at night, and most stray cat meetings would end up as fights, and kites would continue to get stuck in trees, they all felt for a moment like the janitor's keys, fastened together with a heavy steel ring that held all the secrets to unlock everything. As the world returned to the way it was, Sally noticed a difference, as she usually does, when Billy paused briefly to open the door for Miss O'Connell and 17 more. Or when Molly scooched over to make some space on the coral riser for Ellen and Grace. These moments that often get taken for granted, a wildfowl flower appearing that no one had planted. The swings soon resumed their rhythm and sway, and day turned to night and night turned to day. People remembered and would often mention how Sally had been paying super extra special attention, and how the world could transform and change could be made by the smallest girl in the smallest grade. The end. The smallest girl in the smallest grade. So, boys and girls, I'd like you to fill in your storyboard with the setting, the talking characters. O for what? The oops in the story. R, was there attempts for her to solve the problem, more than one? And then yes, the problem is fixed. I can identify and explain the elements of a story. Have a great day of learning. Thank you.